Just arrest Caleb Michael.
Yeah, I thought for the longest time it was arrested Caleb Michael, and then I actually looked at it. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna hear about this one from everyone.
Yeah, I never noticed it because on an iPhone it's small, but when
Right.
I did on the laptop, I was like, so that was like on accident,
Yeah.
a clever accident.
Yes, Chance, my manager, love him to death. Likes to leave out a letter here and there, but I think it turned out just fine.
Yeah, dude, I'm the same way. Like the other day, I could not figure out why I could not log in to one of my logins, and I'm like,
Yeah.
Apple saves everything now. I'm like, I should be fine. And then for some reason, there was an A missing. I'm like, yeah, no wonder. Dude, that's the story of my life. That's just.
Oh yeah, I've had the same one password. If someone found out what my password is, they have it for everything.
Yeah. Yeah, and probably no one's ever hacked it. Like at work, I have the 16 characters, and I have to change it like every couple of weeks. I'm just like, dude, I've had the same bank password for the last 15 years, and my money's secure.
Still there.
Yeah. But yeah, man. So man, it's been a while since I've seen you, since last year in Texas.
Dude, I know that was such a good time. I've actually got to play with a few of those artists that I met at your little get together. What was it? The White Elephant, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Chris Carter came out and opened up for us last weekend in the 4th of July. Got to hang out with Danny Ray. She's awesome. Couple other fellas out there. And that was such a fun time.
Yeah. We're doing it again at the Rhinestone Saloon this year.
Yeah, I think Talbot was mentioning that to me. I love Rhinestone. As much as a reputation the Stockyards have, I love it down there.
Yeah. Well, do they have a bad reputation? Or I've only been there like a couple times.
Yeah, once it gets a little late and all that booze starts flowing, it's easy to find trouble there.
Oh, I got you. That's like anywhere though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's like I was hanging out with Giovanni.
Yes.
And dude, we're in Baltimore and we're walking around and I'm like, yo, did you ever see The Wire? Like we should not be walking around. He's like, we got Trejo. I'm like, he's like, I don't want nothing to do with this. I was like, dude, there's a reason all these bars are closed because yeah, we shouldn't be walking on the street right now. And then, oh man, we found like this place, and it was funny. It's like I've never repeated the story ever. Like when people are like, "How come you never take videos when you're in a tour bus?" I'm like, dude, that's our house. And I'm not TMZ. You know what I mean? Like,
right. You're not trying to spill everyone's tea for them.
Yeah, dude, exactly. And I was just under the impression like, okay, nothing bad happened, but like I just don't. I just don't tell the story. And I saw him at Lava Cantina when I was down in Texas, and he had a crowd with him, and he started telling the story, and I was like, okay,
I guess I can too.
Yeah, but it was funny. It's funny because Lance Rourke and Muscadine Bloodline came up, and they're like, hey, where do we eat? And I was like, how about around? And they're like, is it safe? I was like, yo, you're in Baltimore. That's a lot.
What do you define as safe?
Yeah. A lot of that depends on, do you like to stare at people?
Yeah.
Yeah. People in the city, they're not a fan of looky-loos.
No, just look straight, keep going.
Yeah. Now, how far east have you been?
Not too far. I mean, we back in the day, when the band was early, I think we got paid like $500 to play all the way out in like Lufkin, Texas, right there, right before Louisiana. I think that's the farthest east we've gone. As of these upcoming months, we're doing a Midwest tour, so we'll be hitting like Tennessee and stuff like that. We really wanted to get a few tours in, a Midwest, Northeast, but it's tough out here for an artist. Got to financially plan for all that stuff. So hopefully we'll be coming out east early next year, but got to make that money first.
Yeah, that's true. Now, do you guys like hit shows really hard or just sporadic?
Yeah, I mean, as of last September, so obviously people around here know this about me. I was a septic man for a long time, for 5 years. My wife's parents own a company in Sanger, and before COVID, all I was doing was playing with my two brothers, traveling Texas. And COVID hit, started working as a septic man, and um, from there, just tried as hard as I could to push for gigs and getting the right people around me, to feel confident enough to be like, you know what, I love y'all. Thank y'all for the job opportunity, but it's time for me to go. And that, me and my wife sat down. We're like, you know what, it's time. I'm only getting older. I've got a good group of people around me, and just kind of got to go. And the beginning of this year, I think for a lot of people, I mean, even people up in like the geo status of, this Texas music scene was really hurting for shows. They'd have like a good line and then cancellation, or just crickets. But since about March, we've been trying, to at least have a full band gig once a week, and maybe two solo acoustics if we can float that. And we've been staying steady, but we've really had Seventh Planet. I don't know if you've heard of them. They're out of West Texas. They do our booking now, and they've just really been pushing for this, tour thing that we're doing. Our listenership's going up, and it's like it's time to get out of Texas.
Yeah. Yeah, it's cool. Like you guys have like a really cool, unique sound. And
Thank you, man.
It has like I'd call it like you might laugh like a porn groove to it.
Yeah.
You know,
and you're talking about I'm Ordinary. I know
dude,
that porn.
I love it. Like
yes.
I had a lady at a show.
Yeah.
It was for like the Kentucky Derby, and she said, if I asked you to play like old 70s porn music, do you know what I mean? I said, lady, I've been waiting for someone to ask me that my entire life. And I was like, and she's like, yeah, and, I love it. Like,
yes, it's that wall pedal just going back and forth. I remember getting I'm Ordinary before we recorded that. It was a little bit more of a low drive right there, but that bass and the wah and the just tight drums right there, you're like, oh yeah, someone's definitely walking in with a thick mustache and not enough clothes.
Yeah, I'm here to check your cable.
Literally, you need
My
some
name's
pipe
Carl
sticks.
Hungus.
Literally, no, yeah. I love that song, and it a lot of our songs started out one way. We're kind of just a jam band, and we have so many different music influences just in the four piece that we have. I love the Texas music scene, but I never wanted to put us in like a box. Like, hey, we're stuck to this one sound. This is what we're gonna do. Like, let's throw some ideas out there, keep them somewhat within a bubble of where we want to be, but just express ourselves through our music. See what happens. And that these first 10 songs, that's really what happened with all of them.
Yeah, dude, and your voice sounds so huge on those tracks.
Thank you, man.
Massive. I don't know if you ever heard it. Man, his name is like Daniel Lion. He did like I think he did the title track for Viva La Bam. He just has this big voice.
Yes. Okay, I know who you're talking about. Yes.
Yeah, it's funny because like when I met you, I was like, man, that's so different.
That's where that voice comes from.
No, you know what I mean. Like,
no, yeah,
it's just big and it's mad. Like when I vision, like when I hear you sing, I just like you're doing like with arms wide open, just like it just has that big. Massive.
Thank you so much, man. That's one thing that I've really one thing that I prided myself on, and also kind of kicked myself in the ass for is, I was in middle school choir, high school show choir. I was in any vocal thing I could do since I can remember, and I really, really, until probably 5-6 years ago, I was serviceable on a guitar. On an acoustic, could do some finger picking. But up until about 4 or 5 years ago, I was only proficient at best. And I'm like, you know what? I've developed my voice. I'm happy with where I am right now. Could it use work? Yes, but time to grind on the guitar. And, all that's starting to come together.
Yeah. Now, like you've been teaching yourself or?
Yeah, just trying to learn the fretboard. I never pick as much choir and stuff. Like I did competition choir, so I was required to read vocal parts. I never learned to read any sort of music, and kind of kicked me in the ass. But I mean, I'm serviceable enough now to be the rhythm lead vocals in a band. I feel
Yeah.
comfortable enough being like, yes, I am that part.
Now with your guitar playing, you trying to be like more like rhythmic, like I know you're a huge Shane Smith fan, and how he plays the guitar, and it becomes part of the percussion, and I love
It
it.
is, yes. And it's really something that I've kind of adopted over the years, because when I started performing his music, well, that was 10 years ago, but like seriously, like with the band and trying to get that proper sound that they put out with that, the drums could be out of the song and you still feel that rhythm just driving. And I'm like, I don't understand how this guy strums like that. And
Yeah.
found the thinnest pick I could and just sat there and strummed as fast as I could for as long as I could. And that's what really helped me honestly get better at playing, is being able to play that fast and learning the finesse to make sure you're not just banging the hell out of the strings or ringing them on the neck. Excuse me. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that Shane's been way too much of an influence in my music.
Yeah, but it yeah, but you can't really hear it though. You know what I mean? Like I know you're a massive fan, and it's just, but you have your own thing.
Thank you. That means a lot. There was a good while, but I always talk about Chance too much, my manager. There was a point, and I was probably 5 years in. He had just come around, and he's like, dude, I love how you're singing. He goes, but I can tell you're trying to sound like Shane. And I'm like, yeah, I play too much of it. I started adopting his tone. And so it took me a good little while to get out of that
Yeah.
habit. But I mean, now we're playing so many different genres and voices and sounds. It's like, okay, Caleb, use the voice God gave you. You got your own sound, do it. And that really helped me kind of settle into this spot.
Yeah, dude, everybody does it. You know, when I first started playing guitar, it was like, even this song didn't call for tapping, but Eddie Van Halen. Yeah,
If Eddie Van Halen could do it, I could do it.
yeah. And then like it's weird, and if I picked up a guitar and tried the tap, I wouldn't be able to do it because I just started. But that's what you do as a musician, and it's funny is like once you find your own sound and your own way of doing things, you'll still. It's weird when you're like, man, I just wrote a great song, and you go, no, that's all on the Watchtower.
Yep. Dude, me and my lead guitarist Johnny were sitting down maybe 4 months ago, and I wrote out what I thought was a nice, kind of waltzy thing, and I'm playing it. I'm like, all right, now I got to write a bridge for it. And I was like, you know what? Screw it. We're just gonna play through the verse chords at a different something. It's like, nope, I just wrote a Cody West song. That's literally Cody West. I was like, damn it, dude. And me living, within 15 miles of him, I'm like, yeah, that's not a good look, Caleb. You can't be doing that.
Did you play for Kyan?
Yes, I did. He goes, yeah, man, that's pretty close to what we're doing. I was like, yeah, I know. I had to show you that.
Yeah. Funny story. I already know the bass line to that song, Caleb.
Literally. Dude, oh man, Kyan, what a guy. I've been knowing that homie for middle school,
Yeah.
sitting on the back of a pickup truck in our buddy's yard, and I'm a shitty guitar player and a young singer, and he's barely just picked up the bass, and now we're both doing this. It's insane.
Yeah. Dude, when I was first starting out, dude, he introduced me to so many people, and he was really, really like behind the scenes. And it was funny when I was talking to Cody West. He goes, really? Really? I was like, yeah. He was like, I got signed records from you, Cody. Like I was like, hi, he's on it. And yeah, and he like TJ Ferryman, a bunch of people he put me on.
TJ's a great kid. We played a good bit with him whenever Caleb Michael and the Arrested was starting, and he had already kind of established a little presence in that Fort Worth Hearst area, and he's like, come with us, you come play. I'm like, okay, I'll follow you along. And then just all great dudes. Logan, him, TJ, great people. And Kyan, I mean, salt of the earth. I don't think you can find a kinder person out there.
Yeah. I love how like Cody said, like he knows nothing about like movie trivia or anything. And that
Yes.
I love talking to people like that because
Yes.
and I get it. Like when people that they love country and they say that something to me, and I'm like, I have no idea who you're talking about, and it just blows their mind. And on the other end, when you were like, yeah, Matt Damon, if somebody went, no, who's that?
Right.
I'm like, oh,
Little gap in knowledge, but it's okay.
Yeah. It's all because that's half my dialogue is quoting movies, and
it's bad. Yes. And I feel like that's a common theme around people in this space is we either talk in locker room talk or movie quotes.
yeah. It's funny that if people really heard how musicians talk to each other, you would think like we hate each other.
It literally.
Yeah.
So my wife went to New York this week, and my lead guitarist just shows up at my front door. It's like, hey, bitch, staying with you. I'm like, all right, you live here now for the next week. And he's been here since. And people, hey, what are you doing? Hanging out with Johnny? He's been there for 4 days. I'm like, yeah, I'm about to kick him out. And they're like, I thought y'all hated each other. I'm like, no. We just act like we do.
Yeah. Yeah, or like a talk back, and the guy nails the solo, be like, that sucked.
Right. Dude, we had a talk back because of that immaturity, sometimes we don't put a talk back. We did our 4th of July, and I was just talking shit to all of them on the talk back. I love doing that.
Yeah. Do I have to pull all the weight this band?
Yeah, literally. Hey guys, is Jackson just gonna play this whole show for all of us? No.
They're all here for me. Everybody pipe down.
No, man. Yeah, the artist way of communicating to each other is insane.
Yeah. When I had the band, we used to do I bet you can't play this. And obviously there's one guy in the band that can play
this.
Yeah, and, there's a reason why the other guy's the rhythm. Because he can't.
Yep.
And it's always funny. It's like, I can't play that. It's like, yeah, that's the point.
Yeah, my lead guitarist will try and do that. So I just learned the rhythm section to it. I'm like, you can keep playing it. I'll play the rhythm. And of course, Freebird's one of those. We could finish any song and he'll end it with the solo. And I'm like, Johnny, you're going to get people to scream out Freebird. Stop that.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I tease people with stuff. Either Freebird or I'll like Rain and Blood by Slayer. I'll play that riff and stop. And I remember there was this dude in like overalls, and I bet you he was 6'11", and he came up. He's like, I've never heard that song live, and man, you got me all excited. I'd appreciate that if you play that. And there was no partition. No. I was like, guys, we got
we got to make it happen for this guy.
Yeah,
I might be dead if we don't.
Yeah, this gigantic human being just said he's very upset with me. That you do that and just stop and just
Oh my, yep. I could see it. Oh yeah, man.
Yeah, especially like if a lot of like females bring their boyfriends to shows, and they country. Because the band I was playing with, like we were like the bro country stuff. It's funny, is like
right.
I play it and I'm like, man, I wish we could play something else. Like, and I hope you're not listening to this, but yeah, it's just, it's cool. It's I got Dylan Wheeler. I got one of his songs in the one band.
Yep.
And I'm that's slowly people are. It's cool because like a lot of the places, I'll play like your music. I'll play like Evan Boyer and like a bunch of.
Oh yeah,
because a lot of people are starting to know like Co Wetzel,
right,
and Geo, and that's awesome. But like when I play and when people come up and they're like, "Yo, who's that?" and I'm like, "You gotta check these guys out," and they go right to where Spotify or Apple. And I was like, dude.
Well, that's one of the great that I was kind of annoying back when I was sending you all of our new releases. But it's because I did love your actual like. I found a bunch of different artists from your just like, hey, check this guy out, and you do your review. I found a bunch it was really close to whenever you did Where the Crows Fly. Man, what's his name? The name of the song was Lohan. That's still on my playlist to this day. And I mean, it was a great song.
Lohan. I'm terrible with track names.
But yeah, I mean, I found it from you, and that's why I love what you do with this channel. Like, it's not just these interviews and stuff. You push out the smaller people who maybe don't have the advertising money or stuff like that, and I think it's amazing that you do that
Yeah,
stuff.
dude, I love it. Like, your music's great. I was playing it today. Like,
Thank you so much, man.
like they were like, "Who's that?" And I was like, "This guy I'm going upstairs to talk to." And they're like, "Really?" I'm like, "Yeah." And they're like, "Well, what's his name?" And I'm like, Caleb Michael arrested. And they're like, "Oh, okay." It's funny. Is like my family had never heard like any of it, and I remember
Right.
Uncle Lucius, and they were like,
Oh,
"Whoa!" Keep the wolves away. They're like, "This is really good." And then I put on Shane Smith and the Saints, and
got to.
they were like, This is country." I was like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, it's Texas country." If
Right.
and
And
they're
you
like,
know what?
"Oh,
A lot of people are just so stuck they'll turn on their radio and just listen to their one station. And, they'll find a new song here and there to listen to, but you do yourself a disservice just staying on that one station and not looking. And that's why, you pushing out those songs that may not be on the radio or on this bigger radio stations. So that's how I found all my stupid different music tastes, is searching through new stuff. And it helps with
yeah,
writing, with performing, all that stuff, just getting new outlooks on different music.
yeah, oh, definitely." Especially, it's exciting when you hear something and it's something done different. And you're like, "I love that,"
Oh
and
yeah,
and then you just go down the rabbit hole, and then like you can you can apply it to your own music, which
exactly.
which I love.
And someone like Eric Herbst over here at Panhandle House, that's where we recorded all of our stuff, except for Water. And records all different types of genres and stuff. Going to a place like that, you're gonna spend a little bit of money to get recorded, but man, does he show you the worth in what he does. He's not just sitting there saying, "Yep, great job, great take, record
Yeah,
next." He sat there with us and was like, "Man, I feel like this should be like a kind of like this kind of genre sound, but bring it back here, and then some Kings of Leon." And I'm like, "Let's do it. I want to hear it." Well, and that's one thing that I'm super grateful for is, we had this kind of conglomerate of different genres going in there, and he's like, "I hear what y'all are doing. Spin it like this just a little bit and it'll come together." And sure enough, it the small changes made such a big change, and seeing that kind of like just genre knowledge is insane.
yeah, dude. I love watching. You go down the rabbit holes on TikTok, and I
Oh yeah.
just watching what's his name, Rick Rubin,
Mm-hmm.
when he's just keep the symbols out, no symbols, and
Yeah.
you don't notice it until you hear that, and then you're like, wow, having no symbols in that song makes a huge difference. But it's probably something where they just
Yes.
said, hold back, just don't do that.
Right. I love those videos that are also like the drums control the song and they're playing the blast beats through on half times, uh, tom rolls. I love those. Yes.
Yeah, dude, it's funny. I've had a drum set in my house probably for most of my life, and I am garbage. I am terrible. I can't hold a beat. I can play it on. People come up to me and be like, "Oh, you must be a drummer because I'm tapping on." I'm like, "Nope."
Right. That's just a musician thing.
Yeah, that's just the fingers. Like once you connect the feet, it's gone.
Yep.
But I love drums, like a great drum mix.
Yes.
That's gonna take my ears away
Yeah.
every
It takes
time.
your show from here to here, and yeah, especially a drum mix. Yeah, it takes you to a whole nother level. And
Yeah,
that's one thing, here in the past 6-8 months, we haven't had an actual drummer. And there's so many good ones around here. I mean, I've had people down from New Braunfels. JP Kohler plays with Jade Marie Paddock. Holy shit, that dude is insane. But he's a teacher and plays with Jade. Can't just bring him up here all the time.
yeah,
Um, and it was really hard, and I was never wanted to be mean or anything, but it like, people come in and practice and or try out, and I'm like, it's just not our style. Like, not it. And people don't understand, once you find that sound, kind of what you're looking for, you don't want to deviate too far. Don't fix what's not broken, right?
Yeah.
Kind of deal. And it took us a good while. And, we found a few good ones. Um, Davis Nichols, he went down and played with us in South by Southwest. Great drummer, just couldn't handle, travel and his job.
Yeah.
But we finally landed on a young kid. Never thought I'd have a 18-year-old in my band. And
It's Jackson, right?
sure is. That dude's
I've
got some chops, man.
Yeah. Yeah. I've had him on the podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's cool. I've talked to his dad a lot.
Yeah. Jamie's great.
Yeah. Yeah. It's funny. He was like the most polite. It's funny because he was like, I was 14 then. Because I was like, oh, he's so polite. And he's like, I am older now. I'm like, I understand. I was just saying. Like,
Yep.
Yeah. Because he was like, yeah, I've been playing football. I'm like, football? You
What
better not
do
get
you
hurt.
Literally.
Yeah.
Yeah. The first day, him and his, because he's all the way from Palestine. And we're here in Denton. It's a 2.5 hour drive, 3 if there's bad traffic. And I'm like, listen, man, if you want to just come down for a little while, he's like, no, let's make it worth it. Just jam all day. And I was like, what do you mean? He's show up at 1. We ended up jamming till 9 at night, just I told him to learn 5 songs. That's it. He jammed along with everything we played. And I was like, I still had to act like I've got to go home and deliberate.
Yeah.
I was like, no, this kid's got the spot. But no, yeah, they're great people. They came over just shooting the shit with us. It's really hot in the studio that we practice at. So, especially his first day, I was like, let's go take some breaks. Let's go chat. And it was just a great experience with them. And I was ready to hire him right there, but I was like, go home, call you tomorrow. And sure enough, he was like, hell yeah, dude, let's do it.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, that's awesome. Yeah. Like you said, the drummer leads the band.
Yes. And that's one thing I don't think that a lot of people, even people in bands, realize. Like, I can't always. I'm singing through a mic 99% of the time. If someone needs to give orders or make sure stuff's going right, that dude back there controls a lot of it. And I've been great. Not grateful. I've been lucky enough to have people that are willing to be like, hey, and kind of be that big old boss man for a second for me.
But yeah, it's funny. Like, I play with in-ears, and so does my drummer. Lead singer, he just hasn't practiced enough with it. But
yeah,
all right, he plays the click, and he's always like, do you want to hear the click? I'm like, no, I that's just the one. Like, he controls it, and it's funny because he knows, like, I want to play fast. That is one of my things. Because, like, man, when the crowd's going nuts, and it's just like, yo, especially
you can't sit there and be melodic. You got to give them what they want.
Dude, it's especially like when people say, like, what's the biggest upgrade? They're like, well, I got 2 PAs. I got a good mixer. I got this. I'm like, get yourself 2 gigantic subs. And when they hit that bass pedal, and it's going to make their heart, it's going to make the blood pump through their body when you hear that.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. Yeah. It makes such a massive, even if they're Behringers, if they're cheap, it doesn't matter. Just that air just, oh, dude, like, I can't get enough of it. I love it. Like, when the last time I saw them Dirty Roses, and it's just that
they're fun.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. I kind of get a little chicken when I go to shows. My man Chance is always like, yeah, you go to this show, go meet the guys, go talk to them. And I get there and I'm like, I can't go over there and talk to them. And I don't know. I have really bad imposter syndrome. So luckily I get a couple drinks in me and get a little more talkative, but that's one band that I wish I would have gone and talked to is them Dirty Red. They put on a hell of a show.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I just saw them. I went down to Winchester to see them, and
nice.
Every time. Yeah. I'm wearing their shirt, right? Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, dude. I love those guys. They had like an after party.
Yeah.
And I got to hang out with them. I got to hang out with them at Key West at Mile Zero.
Oh, dude.
And that was a lot of fun.
Man, that's one festival that I've always wanted to go to. And I've made a list for myself of festivals I haven't gone to that prior wanted to, but I'm like, I will not go until I get to play that stage. And that's one of them, like, as much as, you see that lineup, you're like, yeah, I'm going to go. Like, nope, I
Yeah.
made that promise to myself. Can't do it. I'll go see them when they're closer around. But yeah, stuff like Mile Zero, that's so freaking awesome. Steamboat, love that one.
So have you been to Steamboat?
Yes, that place is awesome.
Yeah. Every time I'm like, oh, I'm going to go. It's like, it's gone. It's sold out,
Yep.
Just,
I feel like they sell it out 2 years before it's even announced.
yeah. It does feel like that. It's funny. I did have a chance to go. It's weird. It's like, I thought my friends would be excited,
Yeah.
like, no, they're just like, oh, good luck buddy,
What?
by yourself.
Yeah, don't worry, call me next time, I'll go with you.
Yeah, like, dude, like, man, that's what I need to start doing. Because like my one buddy today, he was like, hey man, have you heard Tanner Usry's his guitar player tone? I'm like, yeah.
Oh,
I'm like,
yeah.
dude, I'm like, how many times have I told you, like, do you want to meet him? Like,
Yeah.
like to go to a show and like he's right there. Like,
I can walk you up to him.
Yeah.
He's like, nah, maybe next time.
Yeah, that's what it is. Like, oh, yeah, that'd be really cool. I'm like, no, dude, seriously. Like, I'll drive. Dude, we'll get in the car. We'll talk to his guitar player and say, hey, how do you do that? That's
right.
That's a sunshine.
What pedals do you have,
dude? I did like the imposter, like the unwritten law of guitar players is you don't take pictures of pedal boards. That's like their thing. That's their sound. And
Yes.
Justin Sunshine, he like walked away, and I'm over the balcony, like,
yeah.
I was like, I need to know, dude. And
His
like, and
tone's so good.
I love it. And,
yes,
dude, he came because I was asking Shane. I'm like, where's Sunshine? And they're like, follow the smell of weed. And I'm like, all right.
Sounds about right.
At the end of the smoke cloud, there's Sunshine.
Yeah,
and
smoking.
He just came through the mist like, hello.
Yes.
And I was like, hey man, your pedal board. I took a picture of it.
I took
and
it.
He's I stole it. Yeah. There's nothing in this backpack. But no, dude, he's like, I had my phone. He brought up Sweetwater and he like built a cart of everything he had.
That's so cool.
And I was like, dude, this is. And then like talking to Tim Lightyear.
Yes.
He got on his hands and knees on the podcast and was like,
yeah,
just this little guy. I'm like, dude, I have that. It was amazing. Like, I thought that sound would be like a boutique.
The Strymon freaking lineup. Yeah.
Oh, dude. Yeah. It was like TC Electronics. Like,
yeah,
anybody could have it. But because I was like, dude, I have one in my cabinet.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, like.
That you bought and just never used.
Exactly. Well, as like a musician, a guitar player, like, hey,
try them all out.
I know. I need it. I need that.
Literally.
I need that pedal.
The most useless pedal that you'll probably never use, but you need it for sure.
Yeah. Like I was talking to Shelby Stone, the Dan Electro. Like, just the fun names.
Yeah.
What's this pedal do? Meows.
Literally, just some of the dumbest.
Yeah,
but you need it. You need it.
Oh, absolutely.
No, I miss having an analog board. We were headed down to New Braunfels last year. We had like a show the night before, show the morning at Fair Park, and then we had to drive down to New Braunfels, and one of our straps broke, and my pedal board went flying out. Mic. And now I just play through what's it called, a Helix. And it's just too much for me. I mean, I could spend days dialing through all, like just looking at all the different things, and it's cool. I don't need it.
Yeah, I get that too. Like I have a Kemper.
Yeah.
And man, like I don't want to spin dials. I just want to play.
Right. You know the pedals that you like, the ones that you want, and they're set where you want them. But yeah, it was the quickest thing to do, just on the way, stop at Guitar Center, get in a debt, and buy the Helix on a credit card.
Yeah.
I look through it every now and again. I'm like, all I need is this one board with the 5 pedals, and I'm good.
Yeah. That's almost a flex. Like when you go in with your band at the Guitar Center, it's you are a king for the day if you spent the most.
Facts.
Dude, like, I went in with my drummer and I got like the $99 Shure in-ears.
Yep.
I'm like, oh, they're dual drivers. Hell
Yeah, the
yeah.
215s.
Yeah, the cheap ones. And out comes my drummer. He's like, I got the 415s. I got the quads. I got the quads.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
He's a cool guy.
Oh yeah. Well, he may be the drummer, but he has a co-write, and that thing has gone way past platinum. So his
Really?
his BMI checks, I call him every quarter, and it's yeah, it's. I'm like, what do you do now? Now that you get mailbox money,
Nothing.
Like, I spend money. He's like, yeah, I bought this drum kit for your house, so I don't have to haul.
That's so sick.
Yeah, dude, his first one. Like we did a songwriting in Nashville,
right?
He was just like helping keep a beat.
Yeah,
and he just hung out, and then the next thing you know, he's like, yeah, I wrote this song. It's really good, and you put it on. I've heard it everywhere. That's
insane.
Yeah, and he just the doors that had opened up for him.
Oh yeah, you'll have to text me that song because I won't remember after this. I have a goldfish brain. The only thing that goes around here is lyrics. That's it. Yeah, you'll have to send that to me so I can give it a listen for sure.
Yeah. It's actually like how, like I was playing a show.
Yeah.
It was 8 hours before. I had to learn his music, and I had to learn all. And it was funny. Like I always tell the story because on set list it doesn't say the guy's name, and it just says the song. And I just remember when he asked, he said, because I was like, he stopped loving her today. I was like, man, I feel like there's a key change, or he moves the capo. Something's going on.
Right.
And he's like, yeah. And he just says, yeah, at this point, this, that, and this. And he like dissected it. And I was like, yeah. And I said, man, I'm trying to learn it. I said, I just found out who he was. He's like, excuse me? He's like, you didn't know who George Jones is? You're going to be playing with me? Like I'm a signed artist. You don't know who George Jones is? I didn't know who George Strait was.
Literally, yeah.
I just remember, like, at first I was like, what the hell's a troubadour?
Yeah.
It's funny now, like, of like all the old guys.
Mm-hmm.
I really like. I think Randy Travis is like my dude.
Yeah,
I really like his voice. And
yeah.
And it's like, dude, back in the day when I was younger, I don't think I'd appreciate it as much as as an adult when you heard it, because I was kind of like it's weird, man. Like like these songs have meaning, and I was listening to like songs about like dude, it's like stupid. Know, like as much as I love how heavy and everything is.
Oh yeah,
it's like Kirk Hammett said it. He was like, these bands, they have like 44,000 songs about like Satan having
right
having a sandwich. There's no substance. Like I know nothing about any of the artists I grew up listening to.
Yeah, because it was just headbanging music.
Yeah, and I can listen to these Texas guys.
Yeah,
and feel something.
Oh man,
you go on their Instagram and it makes sense. It's like a soundtrack to their lives. It's just
exactly.
It's really cool to be able to do.
And like you said, I mean, you do this podcast because you were only a metal guy, and I mean, had to shed a tear this week for Ozzy. Playing that last show, and that was the first rock that album, and Pink Floyd The Wall were the first songs outside of Christian contemporary music that I got to sneak away from my dad's cassette collection.
Nice.
And I grew up with like heavy rock, and then one of my first friends when I moved from like Carrollton to Lake Dallas, so old little Denton's little meth baby brother, Lake Dallas. I can say that I lived there for 21 years. But what my first friend there introduced me to Alan Jackson, and that was my first country song that I ever listened to. And I kept listening to country. Then I found Whiskey Myers when I was in late middle school, early high school, and transformed from there. And you start to, like you said, you start seeing these songs that have more substance. I mean, I talk about Shane way too much, but when Hail Mary album came out, and he was dropping one song like every couple weeks or months. And I remember it wasn't going through a breakup, good time of my life. And he released what Johnny, what's that song? The sad one on the piano. I can't remember. But yeah, I remember listening to that and just, I mean, it was a hot day. I was working. I was kind of pissed off, honestly. And that song came on. I was like, ooh, new Shane. And I'm just tearing in the car. You're like, this guy just pulled tears out of my face in the dead heat of the summer working manual labor.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing.
Get the one he just released?
No. So on the Hail Mary album back in like 2016. Yes.
I'm trying to think because that
paid
was
off
like,
the debts we owed. You and I had a heavy load. We were something. That's what it's called. Yes,
Yeah.
that one. And I mean, I got Shane songs tattooed on me and stuff like that. That's just one guy that really changed my perspective on the Texas country. Because people like Josh Abbott, Randy Rogers, Roger Krager, all those, like the first ones we all got to listen to, great storytellers. But I feel like the generation of like Whiskey Myers, Shane Smith, Southall, all them,
yeah,
bumped it up to the next level and still kept that same emotion. And that's one thing that really drives me is, yes, obviously money will be a great thing when we start making it, but it's not because of that. I mean, music was one of the only things that got me through my younger years. And I mean, even my up to right now in my life, that's why I got What a Shame tattooed on my arm. I was about to quit playing music. It's like COVID killed it. My brothers are leaving. There's no band left. And I tell that story a lot of times at my, like, especially solo shows where I can be more intimate with the crowd. It's like, here's one of my favorite songs that kept reminding me, I don't want to be an 8 to 5 worker. This is my duty that I was put on earth to do,
yeah. Don't live my existence because that's me. I hate it. People be like, they'll ask like who's on the podcast, and they're like, oh yeah, that's cool. And then like, I have one guy who she just be like, because I had an opportunity to like really like do something kind of big, and it was just like seniority at my work. I'm number one. Like, I've been there forever, and it would be such a huge thing. And I've seen guitar players just get fired for just like anything. A producer's brother's he plays guitar. He's looking for a gig, and it's like, oh you want half off of your album? Put this guy on. I've seen it. My buddy used to manage a band, and these guys they had a song. They had a song in a big major. It was in Daredevil. Like, I mean, that movie wasn't that good, but they had songs. They were signed. They were just I just remember walking in the Banana Republic one day, and there's this dude. It was hot out. There's this guy in a sweater vest, or not sweat, like a turtleneck sweater. I'm like, what is this dude doing? He turns around. I'm like, Dusty, what's up? And I'm like, why are you wearing that? He's like, I can't have, because he was all tatted up. He's like, can't have my tattoos showing. I'm like, what happened? I thought the band was on tour in Europe. He goes, they broke up. He said,
damn.
He said, I needed money. I had a job. This is the only place that hired me. I'm like, dude. And he was like, just like that. Like, we had everything going. And that's just, man, it scared me. That's why I was like, not having health insurance in this country sucks.
Oh yeah.
It's terrible.
It's awful. And, I mean, just the other day, my lead guitarist shows up to the studio, and he's like, I have a spider bite right here. And I was like, homie, that's a brown recluse. He goes, I'll drink a beer about it. I was like, no, you're not. I was like, get in the van. I'm taking you to urgent care.
Yeah, it's like bubbling.
And, it just oozing. He's like, oh, beer will make it better. But no,
your pulse through that.
Literally, I can see your pulse through your neck. No. But yeah, like you're saying, so many things can change so fast. This is an amazing. I'm so privileged to be in this line of work, but it's scary as hell. Going to Panhandle and swiping that card and seeing that charge come up, and then like is this going to be worth it? And then reaching out to people like you, is this guy going to like the music of the people he's talking to? And that in that level of uncertainty, is this good guitarist going to want to stick around? Am I going to lose some guy on a tour? Am I going to have to fight? And that's one of the shittiest things is having to fire people, especially
Yeah.
when it's a good dude and they made a boneheaded mistake. You're like, sorry.
Yeah.
Just so many things are always up in the air in this business.
Yeah. It is funny because like when I do listen to your music, I'd be like, dude, I could be in this band.
Yeah, you could. I've heard
like,
you play, and I've thought the same thing too.
I just like the jamming, man. Like some of those riffs, I'm like, dude, that's my home box right there.
Oh yeah,
I could live there all day. It'd be too much. You'd be looking over your shoulder like,
you need to meet Johnny. You need to meet Johnny. Y'all would be best friends. Y'all did one of the first shows, bigger shows that he got to play with us last year was at Lava Cantina. Someone brought up a couple shots of tequila for him. He took them, and he's playing Miss May. And he gets down on his hands, on his knees, puts his guitar up to his mouth, and starts playing a solo with his tongue. And yeah, you'd fit in perfect. You'd be fine. That's Johnny Memphis for you right there.
Nice, dude. That stage scares me.
Oh yeah.
Has anybody like fell off that thing? Because the first time I went there, I was like, that is gnarly.
It's tall. It in the lift on the left side of the stage. Man, when we were loading in, I was like, I'm not putting an ounce of weight on that thing. We can put all the gear. I'm gonna walk around, hop over, and load in that way. Yeah, that was a little terrifying. But I mean, honestly, it is a really cool stage. That they were so gracious. Sad that they closed down, but they were great hosts to us. They put us up in the green room, and that was one of the more fun shows we've played.
It closed down?
Yeah, man. I couldn't
like recently?
Yeah. I think they announced it like early this year, and I think they officially closed like last month or the month before.
Dude, that sucked. It sounded great. It was
dude
perfect balance. You could still have a conversation and still.
Oh yeah, and they had obviously great subs. I've been going to Lava Cantina since they opened, and that was one of my favorite things there. And speaking of another bar that's closed around here, Hank's,
dude. I was just gonna.
Dude, go ahead.
Talbot was. We were driving by it, and he goes, "Yeah, that's where a lot of people that you've done reviews for used to play there." I'm like,
yeah, man. And now did you ever get to go there when it was still Hank's?
No, I remember when it closed down though.
Yeah, that was one of the. For people at our level of where we are and a little bit above us, even I mean, all the way up to people like the Steelwoods and Shane before he blew up, it was a great stage to play. I mean, the guys there, the light guy, the sound guy, everything, that they wanted to know everything and get it right for you, as long as you weren't an asshole to them. And that Hanks was. I've seen too many shows there. Finally got to play it. It was a sad day. I went that New Year's Eve that they closed it, and everyone had a tear rolling down their face.
Yeah, that sucks because music. I've only been down there a couple times, but it just seems like so ingrained into the culture of.
It is, man, and you go to other places in the world like that. You can go to Nashville and you have a big music scene there, but. It almost feels universal here. Like anywhere you go, that there's for sure, like, hey, you got to check out this music scene in this city or this city, and may not be all the best music, but I mean, like you said, it's like it's ingrained down here. That's just what we are.
Yeah, definitely. But is there a venue that you haven't played that is like your Super Bowl?
Yes, in Texas. I mean, I am so unbelievably blessed to play the stages that I already have. Like Hanks and Lava, we got to play Green Hall not too long ago, which was insane. Obviously, everyone wants to play Billy Bob's eventually, but I think my real goal for Texas, at least, is Whitewater Amphitheater down there in New Braunfels. Seen a bunch of shows.
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever seen that one or heard of it.
It's a cool one. It's a really, but the like creme de la creme would definitely be Red Rocks.
Yeah, that place. I'd seen it in movies,
Yeah.
and I've seen people just like run backwards down the steps. I just had
Yeah.
no idea that it was like a music venue. And
Yeah.
then just learning about, you know, the Red Dirt Texas country thing, and then you see
Yeah.
that, you're like, I think it was like I was talking to Drew Herrickle, the picture of him with Cody
Mhm.
Jinks, and just the
Yeah.
sea of people. I'm like how do you
Wild.
play that and like go play like a bar
Insane.
show?
Right. Exactly. And yeah, I've been there once. It wasn't for a show. We went for my birthday to Colorado, and I was like, we got to go by Red Rocks. And I mean, always dreamt of playing there, but you getting to actually like set your feet down there and be like, okay, this is really cool. One day I'll go see a show there, but we're too busy for that right now.
Yeah. Oh, dude, you might play one day.
Lord willing, yes.
Yeah, you know, the next time, you know, Uncle Shane has a date there, be like, hey, it's your nephew Caleb.
Right?
Just saying,
Man.
hey, we're available. We're available.
I'll tell you this much. Every one of those guys in that band has been so unbelievably kind to us. You know, every one of us guys that plays music has gone through a bad spell of drinking or drugs or something. And, you know, I've made an ass out of myself in front of them before. And, you know, Tim, back when he was playing with them, hey, man, come backstage, come hang with us. Shane shows up to the bar. He's like, what are you getting, everyone? I'm like, I don't know, but what do you want? No, I mean, they're always the kindest. Corey, their tour manager, that dude, the amount of times I've texted or called him and he's responded like that, they're some of the best people that I've met in the scene for sure.
Yeah. Oh, dude, absolutely.
Yes.
It was funny. I know he was this kid, and like Chase, he was like, dude, you look like that guy. You could be that dude's twin on TikTok. I was like, yeah. Because I went to their show. I was wearing a Midnight River Choir shirt.
Yeah.
And they were like, whoa. You know, we're out here in Pennsylvania. And they were like, they looked and they're like, oh, what's up, man? Yeah. It was funny. It's because that was the first time I met him. And like, yeah, like you said.
Yeah.
Every time I've seen them, I randomly saw Shane like in an alley bar.
Yeah.
At my 1 Mile Zero, and he was having fun.
Yeah.
And so was I. And I was like, dude, I'd never do this, but can we get a selfie? And he's like, let's do it. And I'm like, because normally if I'm like Stone Cold, I'm not doing it.
No.
I may not even like walk up or say anything, but yeah, after that, because like Miles, that was the first time I like ever got recognized. And people like stopping me, like, hey, what are you? Hey, and I'm like, oh. And ended up hanging out with Midnight River Choir, and they're like telling me stories. I'm like, dude, I don't know.
I mean, they're great dudes too, man. Bobby Driver, their bassist, he's played a couple shows with us. They're all freaking awesome.
Yeah, they're a lot of fun. Like with Eric with those glasses, I was like, yeah, these guys are somebody. And they come walking over. They're like the first people I saw.
Yeah,
and I was like, hell yeah. And like, yeah, it's funny when I got to meet Rio Tripiano.
Yeah. Oh my God, that dude is insanely talented.
Yeah. And it's funny, like when you listen and you meet people, you care. And I saw like he was having all like the medical issues and everything.
Oh my!
And then he was like. It sounded like he was having an issue, like with like rent being. And I'm like, dude, how can someone that nice, that talented, have to like
be in that situation?
Dude, it made me like so sad and so upset because like you know what I mean, like because that'll break you down. And if you're like as talented as him and as talented as you, and if you're just looking at situations like that, you're like, well. I guess got to go for that steady paycheck and like all the great music we could miss out on
because of stupid crap. Yeah, no, 1,000%. I mean, I'm just a broke boy from Denton, but obviously, I saw Rio post that stuff, so I shot him a message, and I did not expect a message back at all. Just because, when someone's going through something like that, it doesn't matter if they respond or not. As long as they can see it and know you're there, I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not. I'm broke as hell. I can barely afford to drive anywhere, but he's a great freaking dude, man. I got to see him. Well, funny, I was with them, Rob Lioness, the Dirty River Boys. We were down at Arlen Studios. I'm wearing the damn shirt and I couldn't remember it. Yeah, we were down there and we were doing a little South by Southwest thing, man. And it was that's probably one of my favorite. We've got to play it 2 years in a row now. And it's just artists. People come in and out, they're walking through the studio, enjoying music, but it's just a ton of artists there playing their music basically for each other. And Rio's the last one to go on. And they bring out the B3, the rotary cabinet, and I'm like, what in the hell is about to go on here? And it was like Texas Pink Floyd. I was like, I don't even deserve to be here. This dude is the real deal.
Yeah.
Rio's wild.
Especially if you're traveling with a rotary speaker. Like,
facts, dude. Insane.
They're so big. They have having to load that in.
Oh, I could not. We had to move one when we were recording a Panhandle, CJ, my guitarist at the time, dreamed of playing on a rotary cabinet. And Eric was like, I got one. You want to try and put it on the track? I was like, yes, do it now. CJ's like, yeah. And I thought that was one of the coolest things ever, but holy, they are big, clunky, and inconvenient to move.
Yeah. Probably bitch to maintain too.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, you probably have to grease something in there. They don't make them new, right? I don't think
I haven't seen any on the market, but I ain't looking either.
Yeah, it's true. Now you just get like your deja vibes, and
yeah,
that's actually my favorite. It probably because like Pink Floyd, The Wall, dude. That I could listen to that forever.
Same, 1,000%.
For some reason, what is it, like 1 minute and 42 seconds? Vera,
yeah,
I love that song.
Great. Like I said, that was one of the first little cassette tapes that I'd steal from my dad and put in my little tape player and go lay in my bed and listen to it. Yeah, that one's nostalgic as hell for me.
Yeah, I'd love with the Leslie sounds, like the Jimi Hendrix, just
yeah,
definitely one of my favorite effects
for sure. But a bit to do.
Oh yeah, that's like when I was talking to Drew Herrickle, and he was just like, oh yeah, they're vintage. He goes, I pretty much need my own trailer. The whole
just for that setup.
Yeah,
watching anyone play on one of those things it blows my mind. You're watching them control it and faster, slower, and play the damn organ. I'm like, I'm not qualified to be in your presence. Do your thing, brother.
Yeah. We're not worthy.
Yeah, literally.
That's just funny. I always find a way to quote Wayne's World. I swear, every podcast I do, there's always some Wayne's World in there.
Oh yeah, I haven't watched that in I don't know how long.
Oh yeah, if you grew up in that era, it's still. Oh,
it's still a thing. Yes.
Yeah,
for sure.
If you're younger, I don't think you.
Yeah, and that, like, my guitarist Johnny, he loves all that old music, the 70s, 80s hair bands and stuff. But I don't think he's very well versed on Wayne's World. On other stupid shows, yes, very well versed in those. But no, not quite Wayne's World.
Yeah, man, I saw that like in theaters. That's how old I am. Yeah, dude, I'm old. It's funny when people are like, how old are you? And I tell them, they're like, what? I'm like, yeah. That's why.
Is the next time you're going to be in Texas when you come for Rhinestone? Or are you traveling here any other time before that?
Dude, I probably Rhinestone, but
yeah,
it's not hard to get there. I swear they lied. Like, I got on the airplane, it said 4.5 hours, and I watched the movie, and we were there in under 3. Like, the lady next to me was like, "Am I on the right plane?" I thought we can't be there. And I was like, no, like lady, I assure you. Like, they scanned your QR code. You're on the right plane. But it
You're on the
was,
right plane.
yeah,
No, man, you need to get back down here soon, man. Yeah, because I know Talbot called me about that, the rhinestone thing. I'll be there for sure.
yeah,
We got to get you to a show though.
yeah, dude, I would definitely love it. Like, yeah, I was coming down for Rhinestone and
Mhm.
was thinking about staying. But they moved the Troubadour Festival to like
Yeah.
November.
Hmm.
But yeah, like, well, it's I could do weekends. It's just I just need like a heads up. It's
Time,
funny.
money.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. That's always what the big thing is like getting someone to watch my dog. You know,
I get
my
that.
my parents would be able to watch them, but like
Yeah.
there's a bunch of like festivals and stuff that I still need to get to. It's funny
Yeah.
is my parents, they like RV now, and it just happened to bring up, and they're like, yeah, we'll go. I'm like,
Hell yeah.
nice. I'm like, yeah, because I think the last time, they were just in Texas. I think they actually were
Yeah.
in Hill Country. I think they were just saying,
Thankfully, they got out of there soon enough.
yeah, like it was crazy because they're showing me their pictures, and then
Yeah.
you turn on the news, it's like,
It's insane. I mean, even up here in the DFW, I can't believe for July how much rain we're getting. It's wild.
yeah, yeah, it's man, it's great. In the light of tragedy, how many people are like Josh Weathers, like raised
Yeah.
like a $500,000.
Doing awesome stuff.
Yeah, and there's a bunch of people
Yeah.
donating a lot of, and then everyone pulling together,
Mm-hmm.
which is, it's great to see. But my God, they said what they think 27 feet of water in like 45 minutes.
Yeah.
That's
I couldn't
insane.
believe it.
That's
So many
Yeah.
AI videos have been going around. When the first morning I saw it, I thought it was an AI video.
yeah. Oh, dude, the AI there's man.
AI is about to take my job.
Yeah. It's funny. It's funny. Like I dabble in AI. Like
Yeah.
I have an AI, my voice. If I need to have my voice do something, I can type it in. It sounds just like me. If I need to do like a voiceover and I'm not by a microphone, it's weird. I could also, like, I've talked to people long enough and I
Yeah.
have enough video that I could do it. It's too weird. Like I did it myself where I'm like, no, it's too much power. But like,
Oh yeah. It's kind of terrifying.
yeah. I had the AI where you could I put in Treaty Oak Revival steals Cody Canada's beer from his tour bus, and it wrote a song, and it was hilarious.
You're gonna take my job. They write better
Dude,
songs than me now.
it was like metalcore. Like you could tell it wasn't done by but
Right.
if it was on Nashville radio, you would be like, oh, this is real because it sounded like they're singing underwater.
Right. If I get a phone call from you, I'm not answering. Only FaceTime from now on because I don't know if I'm going to be talking to you or AI.
Yeah, dude, it's wild because my buddy was like, "What do you mean?" I said, "Yeah, it's through this app we're using." I love Hunter S. Thompson, and I loaded in the wave speech, and I put it in my voice, and it read it in cadence to the punctuation.
Yeah,
and it was really weird. But like, yeah, now that they're doing with like the video, and I saw a bunch of like they had the AI with the George Strait helicopters and George Strait's hugging people from the
You're like, what the hell?
I'm like, come on, man! Like, really? Like, you're gonna? I don't. People making money off of stuff like that. Like, it's ambulance
wild.
chasing. Yeah, and it's just.
But like you were saying, all the people that are putting together like the charities and stuff, I think even like a lady that works with my booking company, she reached out to everyone and was like, hey, this date, know you're booked, but hey, can we get people to rally around? We're doing a free show to raise money. And I mean, we're up here 3.5 hours away and there's still people trying to get money together for it's awesome that they do that kind of stuff around here.
Yeah, it's just wild. Just that's
Speaking of writing music, though, me and Tim Light here wrote a song. Holy hell, I'll tell you this much. I hated writing music with people. Pretty fun now that I found out what it's like. Uh, Tim was he had me do a meditation. He had me sit there and be like, "Are you ready? I know you're nervous and you're probably not having a good time yet." He's like, "Just listen to this. Close your eyes." I was like, "Okay." And sure enough, then we sat there and basically had a therapy session between the two of us. And oh man, I love that guy. We went over there and cut some vocals the other day for the song. That's always a fun place for me to go.
Yeah. He made you meditate?
Oh yeah. Yeah. He literally just looks at me and goes, 5 minute medi. And I was like, I did not bring any medicine. He's like, no meditation.
Yeah, what?
Yeah, he's like, yeah, nope, we're gonna do a meditation. He's like, we need to get your nerves calmed. I was like, okay. And sure enough, I got done and I was like, that low key helped a ton. And then we sat there and just got to play guitar and talk all day. I was like, writing's not work. I get to have fun while I'm doing it.
Yeah, dude, he's got some chops.
Dude, Tim he amazes me. I mean, I talked about him a ton whenever I was on Texas to Tennessee too, but I mean, that guy, he's the same way. I can text or call and he's willing to help. He's ready to give me any information that could help in my situation or writing or whatever. That dude's amazing. I couldn't say better things about him. And then he goes on here and tells the story of me front row crying to his song Joker. I'm like, Tim, come on, man.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. Trust me, I didn't forget. But no, I'm not ashamed of that one bit, dude. That guy knows how to write a song and tug at some heartstrings. I'll tell you that much.
Did I do a video and bring that up?
Tim did.
Yeah, I remember him saying, I feel like that's something I would take and be like, this is the song that made Caleb Michael cry.
Man, Joke will do it to you.
Yeah.
Chance will be scrolling through the music on while we're driving to our next gig, and that'll come on. I'm like, Chance, I cannot cry at 1:30 p.m. We'll play that after the show.
Yeah, dude, that's when you know you have a great song, because I came really close when I was at Highway 30, the Texas.
Yeah,
there's Courtney Patton.
Oh.
And I'm like, oh man, dude, I'm gonna lose it, because I was like right up front, and like, man, she told the story of beforehand.
Yeah,
dude, I was like, oh, dude,
yeah,
it very profound feeling, because you like normally, like I listen to music to, like, like when you work out, you want to hit the big numbers, using as adrenaline, like,
yep.
But you're hearing like
Courtney Patton.
Yeah, and here like Drew Herkel said, sometimes the words can hit you just as hard, and that was like a great moment of that. And
yeah,
like Tim's lyrics, it's just and dude, and it'll catch you like
out of nowhere.
Yeah, you just be standing there, you're having a good time, be like, oh, she's really good on guitar, and you're like, oh my god.
Yeah, literally. Well, and
oh.
that's one beautiful thing that I think about this music scene, is that you go to any of those Shane Whiskey, even smaller people like Tim, and you will see someone crying at one song or another eventually. And I think that, like, so many people connect deeper than just, I don't want to say anyone's music is bad, but I mean, with no substance to their lyrics, right?
Yeah.
And I think that's amazing. I love seeing that. And I'm usually one of those guys, snotty, ugly, crying in the middle of the crowd.
Yeah, dude, like, I've been there, and I'm just like, oh my god, everybody's crying, but man,
you're like, come on.
yeah. Dude, I was talking to man, it's weird. Dude. Like, the first time like I like broke down was Tanner Usry, the song Josephine.
Oh yeah.
And man, like, I saw him live, and that was like his encore, and people are like, woo!
Yeah.
It's like, oh my god, like
pulling your hat down over your eyes.
I was like, dude, that is not the appropriate time to be excited for a song. But like, but I was talking to Cody Jinks and I told him about that, and I told,
Yeah.
and because I saw Tanner, and it's just like, yeah, Tanner made me cry. And he was
Yeah.
like, yeah, and I never even really thought of like, what that song meant to him. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like he probably wrote that like very deep, dark, and then like here I
Yeah.
just said it, and then I was talking to Cody about it. He goes, dude, he gets it, he knows, and he goes,
Yeah.
let me tell you a story. I got a song called David, fun music, super sad lyrics, and he goes,
I cry every time.
yeah, like when I did the vocal isolation on that, where it's just his voice, and dude, that thing hits you tenfold. And
Yeah.
like people were like, make that a sound, make that a sound. I'm like, nah,
Yeah.
I don't want it to be mine. It's Cody's song.
Cody's, yeah.
But dude, and he said, but it's fun music. He goes, half the crowd loves the music and they're all laughing and smiling.
Right.
The other half, they know what it's about.
Oh yeah.
And
I mean,
was
it's got a great tune to dance to and stuff, but
yeah,
the second you dial in on those lyrics, game over.
yeah, oh yeah. And I'm so glad that like artists know that because dude, I've been trying. I just can't hear the lyrics first. Like it's just I'm too obsessed with, and it's like, even like I never cared about bass until my buddy's like, hey, you got to play bass. I'm like, all right, well, this sucks. And then it come to find out, like like Simple Man and all these other songs, like the bass tracks are like super elaborate. Yeah. I'm like, dude, I had, I'll never let them know that I gained more respect for the bass player in the band. You gotta get that right. And I was like, dude, this is incredible. It's a totally different, especially when a bass is locked into a drum set. It blows my mind of how they can put that in notes of like going with the toms and everything, and being like, it's a skill that I do not possess.
It blows my mind, and just like you said, you can't tell the bassist is good, right? And my bassist is my little brother, and growing up, oh, bass is so dumb, it sucks. And here I am 15 years later, and he's about to have a baby and stuff, and so he's taking a little hiatus, and I have plenty of great bassists come play with me, but I miss the way my brother played it. Just something, just the way his way of expressing that song or whatever it is, and you learn to grow to really appreciate a bassist whenever you don't have that great of one.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. It's, man, with my one of the bands I was in, the one who could professionally do music was our bass player.
Yeah.
Like every studio we went in, the people were like, yo, who is that dude? I'm like, it's just John. Like he moved to Nashville and ended up like making wings at Buffalo Wild Wings. I'm like, what are you doing? Because the studio was like, hey, you want to come in and just be a guy? He's like, oh, okay, but I got work tomorrow. I'm like, no, you
that is your work.
You don't have work.
You
work here now.
Yeah, and everyone thinks, oh, bass is easy.
It's not.
And when I say I had a bad bassist, that bad bassist was me. I ended up having to put on a bass guitar. And I'm like, oh, I can play this. I know the chords. No, I cannot. Yeah. Not the way it's supposed to be played. And like we're saying, you grow up in appreciation for that.
Yeah.
Especially when you're talking about the drums earlier with that thump, and then you get a nice bass line in there.
Oh, dude. Especially if they're not scared to play up the neck like Chase. And Bill Corbin and those guys. Like,
oh, Bill, what a guy.
Yeah. It's got all these frets on it. And a lot of people, they don't venture up past like 7. And those guys are all over the place. And it's so cool that like here it gets so melodic.
Yes.
And it just hits different.
Yeah. And like I was saying at the beginning of this, I took a lot of my inspiration early on from Shane, and Josh really did the same thing with Chase. Cause I'd be sitting there listening, like, for example, Fire in the Ocean, at the end of it, they're doing that like do 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 do, and Chase is sitting there like plucking. I'm like, Josh, try and do something like this, like that. You just feel it draw. It's more than just a rhythm instrument in the back. He's making a whole soundscape
Yeah,
on top of one, you know.
I love that song.
Yeah,
It's funny.
second.
I call them country Pink Floyd, and it's funny. It's like people like
Yeah.
I've heard Shane Smith and the Saints called a country Pink Floyd. I'm like, I don't know if I was the first to say that. I said, but like, dude, Fire in the Ocean, all those sounds, dude, that
Yes.
is the Wall.
Literally, yeah. I
Yeah.
mean,
Shine on You Crazy and all that. It's
mm-hmm.
and when you hear it live, like the first time I saw them, I said, "Where is everybody else?" I was like, "There's no way."
It has to be a 12-piece band, right?
Yeah, right. And it blew my mind because, and then like talking to them, they're like, "Oh yeah. What you hear is what you get. We don't play the clicks. We don't have any samples or." I'm like, dude,
nope.
I was like, I'm like, I thought for sure that because they were traveling to the Northeast,
yeah,
they told a bunch of people to stay home. And it blew my mind that just that amount of guys can create that amount of sound. It's just the same as like the Wilder Blue.
Yeah. Oh my God, yes.
They're too good.
I don't understand. Every one of them is they're not professionals. They're savants. Like they're insane.
Yeah. They're like Shylin, like with the banjo player. I was like, man, this guy's really good on banjo. And then he put it down and picked up a dobro. And I was like, I am never picking up a guitar again.
Literally, dude.
Dude, he's got the one little bar. And it just, I was like, not fair.
Well, and they're also super kind. I mean, so Zane, when he was just Zane Williams Band, used to play a little place up in McKinney called Cadillac Pizza. And it's like 45 minutes from my place. But I mean, I would have to get there. He'd play like 6 to 9. I'd have to get there at 4 to get a spot. And it was just him sitting up there with his guitar, singing his songs, telling the stories. And seeing him go from that to be, and he had a decent music career with Zane Williams Band, but go from that going into this, insane to watch. We got to open for them when we were very young, just starting out. Hell, I think we had just wrote Miss May, and we got to open for them, and it's humbling watching people play their instruments that well after you just played yours that bad.
Yeah, like I saw them at the Troubadour Festival, and like I love their music, but live, and Shane played there as well. Yeah, and I was like, dude, if you love harmonies, that was an incredible night.
Yes, a bunch of people have 2-part harmonies and so like just regular harmonies. When you get around the Wilder Blue or Shane, those harmonies, oh God. That's why my band started out as a folk band, just because I fell so in love early with 3-4-part harmonies.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's the one thing I always did love, but I never really, your Slayer and your Obituary and your 6 Feet Under and all the.
Yep.
There's no harmonies, but I'm like Shout On You Crazy Down, like all like the Pink Floyd, and I love harmonies, but I don't like when it's like it's going to be weird to say kids. You know what I mean? Like the 30 Seconds to Mars, they had this one album where all like the backing harmony, it was all like kids.
It's like kids choirs, yes.
No. Yeah, and they're super talented. And it just feels weird. And, I'm not like, get off my yard. But yeah, it's just. But yeah, dude, they're just so damn good. Yeah, and you have great harmonies too.
Thank you, man.
On your tracks.
Thank you. Those were tough. Some of the songs we had to move up, or the decisions we made. And CJ, the guy that was playing lead guitar for me at the time, woo, that boy can sing high. I was glad he wasn't. Oh, let's do some harmonies for you, Caleb. I'm like, not my forte. No, he's actually CJ. He's written a good bit of our songs, Where the Crows Fly, Miss May, stuff like that. He writes with and plays with Della Rose. Yeah, you know Della Rose, right? Mm-hmm. He's actually playing, I think, lead for them right now. He also has his own little band called Saint Ivy out of Denton over here, and they're a cool, kind of indie rock band. and he has great lyrics, dude. Just we were sitting at practice one day, and my mom wanted to come by, so I was like, yeah, come on, mom. And she was like, did CJ really write that? And Chance, my manager, just goes, CJ, play these chords and write a song. And right there, just wrote a full 4-minute song right there in front of my mom and got it on video. The kid's insanely talented.
Yeah. I'll have to check out his band.
Yeah,
But yeah,
St. Ivy.
St. Ivy. Yeah. And yeah, obviously at De La Rose, they're awesome.
Oh,
They
yeah.
they recorded with Tim Lightyear as well.
Yeah, he wasn't trying to spoil any of the songs, but he's like, yeah, here's a couple of things I've been working on. Man, it sounds amazing. They got some cool stuff over there.
Yeah. Oh, dude, yeah, definitely. And they're fun. They've came to a bunch of the pretty much all of them, the country versus metal. As Talbot said, they can make an insurance convention fun.
I don't think I met them at the past one at White Elephant. Yeah, I was telling CJ, I was like, yeah, I need to cut I swear, every time they play, I'm playing. And I want to meet it out there to meet it just because I haven't. My old lead guitarist, one of my best friends, is playing with them. Obviously, I want to go say what's up, meet the new people.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, they're fun and they're so nice. They're so easy to talk to.
Yeah.
Because I'm just like, because I'm not like a very sociable person. People like don't realize that. They're like, well, like you're on camera, but I'm like, yeah, I'm on camera like that. I'm in a room by myself.
Yeah.
And like we can talk because I love talking about music and stuff.
Right.
But like
endless conversation.
Yeah, it's like Drew from the Red Clay Strays. He was just he's like, I just don't like. I'm like, dude, I said have a couple drinks. I call it my social lubricant. He's like,
yes,
I like that. I said, but you got to be careful. You kind of gotta practice to know how many.
Social deterrent at some point.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Where it's too much, and then the guy's like,
Yes. So I actually just took a 3-month break from drinking because I was at a Shane show and made an ass of myself. And I never realized how often I'll overindulge because I have that social anxiety. Never realized it.
Yeah.
And being the DD with the 15-passenger van, everyone's hopping in that van, and I'm just a sober guy driving. I'm like, okay, this is too much for me.
Yeah.
I need a beer eventually.
Dude, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, I took a couple week thing, and it's weird. It's weird when you stop and people are like, "What's wrong?" I'm like,
yeah, literally,
nothing's wrong. Like
trying to be healthy.
And it's so weird and it's like you don't need me to have like I'm the same person. I'm just not like that's well, let's take over the world.
Right. Well, and that's one funny thing, playing in a band and being sober. That wasn't cool. My first 2 shows, trying to adjust to and not like nerves, I got over stage nerves but it actually feeling people's eyes looking at you stone cold sober, and then watching your lead guitarist throw down 3 shots, being a little jealous of them.
Yeah.
Adapting to that was kind of weird, but it was honestly really good for me. I got to work on my voice, and I have terrible seasonal allergies, and here I am in the DFW. So it was honestly really good for my voice, but I'm glad to be back on the throne.
Yeah, dude, it's and I only did it for a little while. It's so weird just how it kind of like blew my mind. I'm just like, I'm fine.
Yeah. People, it's like they think you're not the same, like you said, not the same person without the alcohol. It's like, no, I'm still me. I still have fun.
Yeah.
Because I hit my dad friend.
Yeah. It was almost like people were like, what, did you hit somebody and leave?
Right. No.
You got a guilty conscience or something? Like, hey, I just woke up and been like, all right, I don't want to feel like this for a little while. Yeah,
literally.
So I'm just going to, remember my days and wake up hydrated.
Wake up hydrated is the main one.
Yeah. You wake up and it's just like it's not the shower. You're like being watered back to life. like a wilted plant. You know, you're just like, oh,
That
this
was
is
literally me like an hour and a half before I got on here.
like no moisture. Just
Yeah, so I was like, God, I would have played 36 holes of golf yesterday. Way too hot for that.
36.
Yes, and drank beer. So
Uh,
I was a sun dried tomato this morning. I was like, oh God, and I got to get up.
that's funny. Did you hear William Clark Green's new song?
I was blasting that on the golf course all day yesterday.
I was like, what a perfect song for that.
Literally,
That moment.
It was played no less than 7 times on that whole trip.
Oh, dude, I love the up tempo.
Yes,
And it's like I'm not big in the golfing, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I could see how people would just because that's if I was to go golfing, that is what I would do.
Oh yeah, and it's kind of like that, like going to the lake kind of music, but this one was tailored towards golf.
Yeah, it's dude, he's one of my favorites. He is just an
Mhm.
all around like man. He can make you laugh. He can make you cry.
Ball your eyes out, yes,
Oh,
dude.
dude. He like it's funny like sometimes people when I say like William Clark Green's my Keith Whitley, he just has that smoothness and just man like I got to see him live and like what a wave of emotions.
Oh
He
yeah,
could like hit you where it hurt or
he makes you cry and then plays Ringling Road for 8 minutes straight, and you're
Yeah.
just jamming the whole time.
I love
Yes.
dude. Yeah.
I saw him back at Billy Bob's, and he opened up the show with Money for Nothing, and I was like, "Damn, that was really cool."
Yeah, dude. That was in the middle of nowhere. That something happened before I went into that show. It was so bad. Oh, dude, it was like it was in the middle of nowhere, and there was like an abandoned railroad, and there was an abandoned station building, and I'm like, I drove for a little while. I'm like, I had to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm gonna go on the side of this building, and I go, and I'm like getting ready, and here having to look over. Thank God, nothing happened. It was a girl walking a dog, and I was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. I ran back, and I had like a cup, and I just threw the cup out, and went to the bathroom in the cup, but when I was moving it hit the steering wheel, and it spilled all over me.
No.
I took my pants off, and I always have cologne in my car because it's an 09. The air isn't up to par, so if I don't have
sweat a little bit.
if I don't have the deodorant and cologne just to kind of mask that, hey, I've been sweating profusely, so I sprayed it with the cologne and I put it up against the air vents, and they're all like ballooning out like the used car and I don't have tint, and it's like a real small and people are just driving by real slow because they're like,
inside your car with pants just waving around,
and I'm just like, I have no pants on, I have nothing to cover me. I'm just like, it's still light out. I was like, oh my God, and I'm like, because I could see his bus. I was like, well, it looks like I'm not meeting William Clark Green today.
Please tell me you still did after that.
No. It was funny is after that, it was during COVID. I got an email saying, oh, by the way, I guess one of his band members had tested positive. So they're like, oh, you've been exposed. And I was like, everywhere you went, you got that.
Yeah.
Email. So it's just like, this another Tuesday, but man, it was I can't remember. I think his guitar player was playing drums, but had he not said anything, I never would have known.
Would have known.
Dude, it was still a great show. His guitar player was pretty badass on drums because I never would have known. And I love how like his dog runs out and he talks about he's like, I hate my wife's dog, and, I just love just how it's just like it's always a pleasure just to hear multiple sides.
He puts on a great show. It's like a roller coaster the whole time, and then he's just a cool ass dude.
Yeah,
dude's a storyteller. That's one of my favorite things about him.
Yeah. He in the beginning he reached out to me and he's like, I really appreciate what you're doing. If you're ever at one of my shows, let me know. And
Yeah.
I didn't, because I always pay for tickets. It's funny, like some people
Right.
they'll be like, dude, what are you doing? You're in the nosebleeds. And I'm like, well, like I'm
It's
not.
what I can afford.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm not gonna. Plus, because it's a lot. You think when you're traveling
Yeah.
and you're having fun with your band members and you're in a town you've never been.
Yeah.
You're not like, oh, we got to put Patrick on the list. I don't want to be at the window and be like, okay, how about country
I
versus metal?
I get that
No.
completely, dude. Even with like people like Corey from Shane, he'd be like, "Hey, got tickets for you." I'm like, "Oh, I feel like a piece of shit." Or Kyan, I'd be like, "Hey, y'all are at Mule Barn." He's like, "Yeah, you're already on the list." I'm like, "Take me off. Let me buy the ticket, please." Yeah, I hate taking free tickets, but I will.
Yeah, yeah. That's dude, it was pretty cool. Like the first when I'm at American Aquarium and they're like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, you're on the list," and I was like, "Oh, I don't know what that means." I
Yeah.
just walked up right to the front and I was like, "I'm on the list." The guy goes, "All right." I was like, "Oh, wow. That can't be that easy."
Apparently, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he liked his job because he was just like, "Yeah, just
Oh,
go,
you
okay.
go.
You need a stamp."
Yeah, right. ID. No.
Yeah,
No, there are a bunch of places, and I get it. I've been watching music. I've been going to shows for forever. Sometimes you're too broke and you try and sneak in. But
yeah,
now on the other end of this, I'm like, oh, please don't sneak in. Pay the $10. I got to get paid tonight.
yeah. Well, now you probably have enough passes. You can just like,
Yeah.
oh, is it this one? Is it this one? Oh, dude, just get out of here.
Yeah. Right. No,
Yeah,
man. Yeah.
yeah. Oh, they like Wayne's World. The pass.
The pass.
Yeah.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
who doesn't love the pass? All access, and everyone's there to see the artists, and you're like,
Having that hang off your hip, you could be the president. I would still feel more powerful with that VIP.
Oh, dude, absolutely. I'm surprised. Like when I'm practicing by myself,
Yeah,
I bet you make you play your guitar better.
has to.
You have these bunch of lanyards just smacking you on the,
Yep.
helping you press that wah pedal down.
That's exactly what it's doing. Yes.
Yeah.
No, we played at the Arlen Studios this past South by, and they gave us all like little all access. I was like, damn, I'm fucking important as hell today.
Yeah.
Feel like you're doing something wrong. Like I'm not supposed to be here.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah. It's man. What was it, like Key and Peele, where the guys like at the breakfast, like, ooh,
I don't think I've seen that one.
free eggs, ooh, continental breakfast, because that's how I like at Highway 30.
Yeah.
They gave me the pass. I walked around. I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know where to go.
Yeah.
I was just like, okay. I walked in between two tractor trailers. I was like, all right, well, there's a lady.
Yeah.
There's a lady with a flashlight checking things. That's probably where the important people are. And,
Walk your happy ass right up over there.
Yeah. It was wild. I didn't know what to do. I just was like, because I'd never been backstage anywhere. Like I played places, but
yeah,
they keep
it's
you
not
like,
the same when you're playing.
Yeah, you're in the green. You have a schedule to adhere to, and man, you're in like a cattle chute. Here's a green. Here's that. Yeah, you have a lot of stuff to do, and then you wait. But yeah, it was funny. But that dude, it was so. The first I came around the corner and I didn't know where else to go, and I just come around the corner and I hear, "Hey man," and it was Cody Canada, Tanner Ustry, and I was like,
"Sick."
I'm like, dude, from going to like not knowing anything, to like
having people call your name out while you're at their shows.
It's amazing. It's such, everybody's so, that's what I love. Everybody's so cool and so nice. I haven't met anybody that that I've been like, I wish I didn't meet them, you know, like when
Yeah.
they say like, don't meet your heroes, you know, because you could
Right.
be, everybody I've met. And it's even like when with Shane was back
Yeah.
from a European tour. He said, dude, we were so tired. And I was like, you guys crushed it, you know?
Yeah.
Even though, you know, like you could tell they were tired after he said, you're like, oh, we get, man,
Yeah.
every single person that came up to that booth, he talked to.
Yep.
And it was funny. It's like Chase came up to me and was, hey, man, how's it going? I'm like, hey, it was. And this girl came up and she goes, hey, who are you? I'm like, nobody. You know? Well, he came and walked right up to you.
Right.
I'm like, if you talk to him and if he sees you again, I guarantee he will come up to you and be like, hey, how you been since last time I see you?
Oh, yeah.
I said, I don't know how they do it because, you know, it'd be like remembering everybody you walked past in a store.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I've seen them talk to people from other shows and be like, oh yeah, you from that show. It's just amazing how personable.
Yeah.
Artists like them, you can be, because
I mean,
it makes a huge impact. Dude,
yeah.
Like you're huge when they're like, hey, dude, there's nothing cooler when you love an artist and they know who you are. Nothing.
I even at the small, tiny level we're at right now, like I you can see how much it means to someone when they're like, hey, and you're like, hey, blah, blah, blah. And you say their name, that you see them kind of light up. And I had to actively start trying to get better at remember, because I'll remember a face forever. Name, not a shot. So I've had to actively try to get better at that. But sometimes I love a good old Bubba. What's going on, Bubba? That's if I can't remember, I'll notice you. I'll know who you are, just not your name.
Yeah, I worked with an old guy. Everybody was Mel. What's up, Mel? Yeah, I never took anything. He called everybody Mel. And
yeah.
if I did, hey, what's up, dude? That's my go-to.
Yeah, not my strongest suit. Names. Mm-mm.
Yeah. Yeah, that dude. I'm the same way. I'll remember your face, but yeah, the name.
Yeah, I can't. And like you said, I've seen like Shane remembers all these people's names. I'm like, pretty impressive, because even the little amount of people I see, I couldn't imagine remembering just that amount of names, and they see millions of people.
Yeah. Yeah, and you know, you say like we got the brains of cavemen. You know how many people they know their whole life? Like 12. Their little, you know, their little clan. It's 12 people. That's all we're like wired to remember.
That's it. A couple phone numbers that I need to remember and a couple names. That's it.
Yeah.
And my wife's birthday. Got to remember that one.
Yeah. Anniversary?
No.
Yeah. It's funny. My parents the other day, they were talking about the dinner they just had. I said, what were you doing there? That's like a fancy place. They're like, yeah, it was our anniversary. I'm like, oh, sorry.
Whoops.
I'm like, Siri didn't remind me. That's her job, because I forget it every year. Yeah. I'm like, Siri, remind me it's my parents' anniversary. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I'll never remember anyone else's anniversary. Nope.
Yeah.
I'll see it on Facebook, be like, congrats, but
yeah. That's funny. So do you have any new music coming out?
Yeah, so the one that I wrote with Tim, that one's called A Cold Day in Hell. You know, I was kind of saying it was like a therapy session, and that one, it gets me a little emotional. It especially, you know, writing that song with Tim, like it's a little bit about, you know, feeling like you're not where you're supposed to be yet. You feel, lack for better words, like your soul's dying because you feel like you're being held or holding your own self back or something like that, you know?
Yeah.
Love that one. CJ, my old guitarist, the dude with Della, he played bass for us at South by, and he was like, yo, I wrote a new Caleb Michael and the Arrested song. Let me hear it. Oh, and it's a banger. It's called Guitars and Candy. I won't say what candy is on here, but it's a good little drive-in Southern rock and roll song, and we're trying to definitely get those two out this year. We have a few what do we have? Like four other songs that are pretty much done that me and my guitarist have written. Just haven't really sat down and busted out with the band, just got like a full ass take. But Guitars and Candy and Cold Day in Hell, that they're ready to go. And like I said, I already started cutting vocals with Tim on that one. Just kind of waiting for both of our schedules to open up and money to be available for that stuff.
Yeah.
I don't care how good of a friend I am with that guy. I'm not, and plus he's also got a producer in there. I'm gonna pay them. Like, they deserve every penny for the work that they're doing. But yeah, those are the two that we're really, really excited about. But yeah, the money's the biggest part about getting those songs out. But yeah, those should definitely be out by the end of the year.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited to hear him.
Oh yeah, man. It's always fun getting a new song and feeling the band come together. Cause I tell the guys, like, obviously there's a desired sound that you're wanting, but it's like, do y'all's things. Let's hear what everyone's got. Maybe that's one thing that I'm really big on with all of us. It's like, help each other out. Like, if you hear something someone could be doing, not even like better, but like maybe you feel like would match better with the bass and the guitar, share ideas. This
Yeah.
isn't a solo, one person. We're a team here. Like, make some sick ass music together. And I've been fortunate enough to where everyone that's come into this, they want to put their stamp on it and make it cool as shit. And I feel like it has.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's good to have. No one likes a guy that's like, well, I'm here, I'm getting paid anyway.
Right.
That's not a fun guy you want to play with. You want to play with a guy that's,
in it for the
yeah.
love of it.
Yeah. Oh, dude, definitely.
Well, and I mean, I feel like it's almost a script at this point because we've interviewed so many people. But I mean, when they come in, I tell them, I'm like, hey, like, this isn't your typical little garage band. Like, this is for real.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's great. Treat it as a job, because we're gonna have to conduct ourselves like that. We're gonna be in close quarters with each other a lot, and get used to being kind. Get used to sitting down with a pen and paper with Johnny or Josh and doing stuff like that. And most of the people, obviously, like I said, some people just didn't make it in this band because they wanted to be big boys. They wanted to go have big boy jobs and make big boy money. They didn't want to be poor like me.
Yeah.
And but everyone's come in with such a great attitude on wanting to ride or making and the guys that I have now is just, they're awesome.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, because you you want your band to be huge. To
Exactly. Yes.
hell yeah. Where
And it's about the love of the music. Like I said earlier, like, obviously I got to make some money so I can keep my lights on and talking to you on the podcast. But at the end of the day, I remember the first Facebook message I got when I released the song Water. Whew, choked me up just thinking about it. I wrote that one about my little brother, my bassist. He went through some hard times with addiction and stuff like that. And I thought he wasn't going to be around today. And I would tell that story over the mic and stuff, especially at acoustic shows. And we had finally released it back in 22, I think. And some lady from California ends up messaging us, which she's a great supporter now. I talk to her all the time, and she shared her experience with her kid, or I'm not going to air out her laundry, but with what she has experienced with substance abuse and stuff like that. And I could go without a paycheck for the rest of my music career because of that. It just hearing someone connecting to a song the way that I connected to so many others, knowing that we were able to do that,
Yeah. Yeah, it's got to be a profound moment when you put something out there and you change someone's life just through something you doing what you love. And that's what's it doesn't get any more rewarding than that.
Exactly. When you start out doing this, obviously you hope for that. You want to play in front of hundreds of thousands of people, but you don't know, is it going to touch anyone? And now that we've been, steady playing for the past 5 years with this band and putting out more music and stuff, it's not all profound music, but we have story songs, and hearing those people, the first time that we got to hear people singing back to us when we were on stage, to the people coming up like, oh, when you sing this part of this, even a cover song, they're like, yeah, we feel the passion. When you give those compliments that they feel the passion that you're putting into it, it's all worth it.
Yeah.
Every
Yeah.
damn headache this music causes.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. At the end of the day, when you see and hear feedback like that, it definitely does help.
Yeah.
It gives you.
It's wild. And you could go play like at Hanks and have a great crowd, and then the next day you only have two people, but that those two people come up to you and tell you how much that music meant to you. It's almost better to have just those two people,
Yeah.
And last time I was on a podcast was with Talbot and Dr. Gravy, and man, what was that, March? We had just hit like 5,000 monthly listeners, and we ended up getting our songs, put a few of them on different Spotify playlists, and listenership just started shooting up. And that's where I'm mentioning the people singing your song back to you is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Like, you do it at every concert you go to. It's a lot different seeing that and hearing that. You got to pop out your in-ear, make sure your in-ears aren't messing with you. Like, those people are actually singing the lyrics that I wrote, and man, that's so cool.
Yeah. Yeah, that definitely has to. That's funny. Is this happening?
Literally.
Yeah, because like you said, you've done it countless times, and
Yeah.
It can't ever get old.
No.
Yeah.
It's the little things like that when the bills are not getting paid, or you're losing a band member. It's those small little things that I got to get out of my business mind, because I mean, people don't realize how much as like lead singer, founder of the band, it's a lot of business aspects until you get like that business manager that's going to be managing your band.
Yeah.
Chance helps me so much, but I mean, it's a constant line of communication between him and I, just making business decisions, feeling like shit, wondering, hey, are we going to be able to pay for the van to get? And then you get to that first venue and you see those smiling faces, and you're like, we'll figure it out. We'll get there one way or another.
Yeah. Yeah. It's, man, being a musician's wild.
Yeah.
Yeah. For the up and the coming ups, it's not for the weak minded, or you definitely, you have to have vision, and you have to be able to hear no a lot.
So much.
Yeah. And not get what you want for a very long time.
Yeah.
And one day,
hopefully it happens. Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to have a level of it. And it's a joke me and Chance always make. When we hop back into the van and the AC's not working too well, he goes, we've got to be some sort of fucking insane.
Yeah.
Over and over, we keep doing this. And then he'll shut the door, smile at me, and be like, I'll do it again tomorrow too. I'm like, yes, you will. Let's get this thing, man.
Yep. Tomorrow's a new day.
Yep. I've been wanting this since I was a little kid. It's either going to kill me or make me go into retirement early. And I remember listening to AC/DC as a kid and not knowing what lyrics meant, and going to a Presbyterian church, 5 years old. And my mom walks me up to the pastor and he's like, what do you want to do when you're older? And, I've been listening to a lot of AC/DC. I thought one night stands were gigs. So I told my Presbyterian pastor that I wanted to do one night stands for a living at 5 years old. In my mind, I guess I am making that come true, but in the no. No.
Well, it's not like he knows anything about it.
Facts.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's stupid little stuff like that I get to remember, and I'm like, man, I had my first gig at a pizza joint with one person, and now I got people coming up to play all these shows. I've gotten, I've been blessed a lot more than a lot of other people can say. So even as bad as it may seem sometimes, like, dude, I get to be on a podcast with you. Like, that's cool as shit, man. I hope you realize that. Like, this was a little nerve-wracking for me. So thank you for having me on here, first of all. Like, this is cool, man.
Yeah, dude, thanks for coming on. I had a lot of time.
Of course.
I had a good time meeting you at the White Elephant. That was fun.
Oh, yeah. I'm just grateful that I do get to do stuff like this. My lead guitarist is sitting on the couch with my dogs. I'm on a podcast, and I get to go write music with them right after this. So
yeah,
life could be a lot worse.
Yeah, that's true. Very true. But yeah, dude, we've been talking for like an hour and 50. Is there anything else?
I could talk forever. If you're good, I am good, man. Yeah, I know it's hot as hell in there.
Oh,
for
dude,
you.
I'm like glistening. Yeah, like it's funny. I didn't say it when we were recording. I'm literally an addict. Yeah,
it's hot for you, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, the little button, the turkey's done, man.
Oh yeah, you've cooked plenty. You've cooked way too much,
dude. But yeah, thanks for coming on.
Absolutely, man. Thank you, dude. You're amazing.
Hey, man, you do all the hard work. I just listen. I have the easy part. I get to listen to great music.
Hey, you get to push us all out. So please keep doing what you're doing. Seriously, thank you again for doing all this stuff, having me on. It means a shit ton, dude.
Hell yeah, man. If you ever need anything or anything, just slide in the DMs.
Got you.
But yeah, man, I guess we'll just end it right here.
Yes, sir. Good chat, man. Seriously.
Yeah, dude. Thank you, Caleb.
No doubt. Bye, man.
Yep. You have a good rest of your night.
You too.
See ya.